The World Championships kicking off on the 28th. First time Turks and Caicos has ever been involved in a sailing event like this. 80 countries from around the world, 430 participants, of which we will have one sailor. It is the Youth World Championships, and she will be sailing a laser sailboat, which is an Olympic class and a stepping stone into bigger and better things.
Okay, and talk to us about how the TCISA got to this point as far as being in a position now that we can send off a sailor, a youth sailor at that, and the type of work and training that has gone in to get us to this point where we can compete in a world championship.
You always ask good questions. It's been a process since '98, kicking this thing off and getting a toehold, getting the youth involved to where 5-6 years later they're at a level where they can compete credibly against the world. But yes, in fact, a lot of hard work behind the scenes. Clearly, we're not going to be the big boats, the big one-ton sailboats, but in the dinghy competitions, the lasers, and a little bit beyond that, we can make some waves. Of the 80 countries marching in, we're marching in front of the United States and are flying our little flag, our 30,000 residents in front of a country that has 300 million. And so we're on an equal footing there. We're not kidding ourselves. It's new. They have hundreds of years of history, but we're playing catch up, but we're catching up real quickly. So there are, I think, 6 classes of boats, which the laser, which you will see shortly, is the smallest of that class. But it is an Olympic class, so it is a stepping stone to bigger and better things.
The stepping stone is more like a launching pad for the TCI Youth Sailing Program and its brightest star, 16-year-old Daniela Douglas, representing the country in Malaysia, despite somewhat of a late start in sailing.
Well, I've been sailing for like 6.5 years now. The first lesson I didn't really want to go to because I was like, oh no, I won't like sailing. And then my mom forced me to. And then after the first time, I just really enjoyed it and I kept coming back.
Now, are you an outdoors person at all, or was this just a drastic change for you as far as getting out there on the water, maneuvering a whole boat?
Yeah, I mean, I tend to like sports and that are more out there and more like out on the water because I also kiteboard and stuff as well. So it wasn't too much of a change.
Already making quite an impact. You yourself coming from very extensive background as far as competing in world championships and competing at the highest level as far as sailing. A lot to pass on to our youth here in the program. In this particular instance, working closely with Daniela, getting her ready for these championships, what are some of the things that you're really getting her to focus in on and prepare for going over to Malaysia?
Well, in these final stages, we're just really focusing on regatta preparation. So 80% of your race is going to be the start. So we're focusing on her acceleration, her sheeting, and a big thing in the laser class is fitness. So she's got a big fitness program that she's been following whilst being back at school.
Okay, and as I said, you yourself a past champion, so you know how to get this done. What are some of the traits, what are some of the things that you've seen Daniela do really well that, one, led you guys to enter her into this competition or put her in a position where she can go and excel at one of the highest levels, and two, gives you that thought that, hey, she has a shot at performing really well during these world championships?
Mm-hmm. Well, she's won the last 2 national championships here on the island. 3, I should say. 3 national championships. So she's a proven winner in the Pico class. Now that we've just got the laser, she's looking fantastic. She's the right body size. She's extremely level-headed, meaning that if she has a bad race, she doesn't lose it. She gets straight back into it and just forgets about anything bad that's happened and will go out and win the next race without batting an eyelid.
Yeah, well, there's 57 girls in my division. And the girl that I'm expecting to win is from Hungary. She won the Laser Worlds in Kingston in August, and so she'll be up there for sure. And also, there's a few girls that I met before in Antigua that I know that are coming to the Worlds. So, yeah, it'll be fun to see them again.
Any nerves at all going into the competition?
Yeah, A lot.
A lot. For the association, Daniela's training will not only prepare her for competition, but their newest up-and-coming star as well. Okay, Tariq, and you, one of the youth sailors in the TCISA's program, you also have been working along with Kira, improving on some of your techniques. What does working alongside her and Kira, does that give you any motivation as far as wanting to go off to this tournament next year? As Kier pointed out, there's both a male and a female category, so there's certainly opportunity for the TCI to send both of you off next year. Has this training motivated you in any way to kind of up your level a bit more and join her next year in these competitions?
Well, definitely yes, because I'm just helping her and getting her prepared for Malaysia, and it's actually really good because she have someone next to her, someone that's close to her, that's almost the same level as her, to actually prepare her for the World Champs.
The TCISA and the Turks and Caicos in general, lucky to have someone like here working along with you guys, a past world champion, so able to pass on a ton of experience. What are some of the tidbits, what are some of the things that you've been able to pick up from him during these training sessions? And as Tariq pointed out, he's been in the water alongside you. How much has these sessions helped you, not only learning from Kier, but working alongside with Tariq?
Yeah, they've all helped a lot. Kier knows so much about lasers and just like everything in general, like all these little tricks that help to make your boat go faster. So everything has helped a lot, and yeah, he's just a really good coach in general. And Tariq has helped a lot too. Like, it's fun to have someone to train with as well. So he's a good person to train with.
The last thing that's an extremely good trait of Danielle is she's very modest, a little too modest on the line of shy almost. But I think as far as winners go, then that's certainly a trait that you look for.
And as far as the equipment for this competition, speaking with her, all of the boats, sails, everything is there provided by the competition. Only thing that she takes over are lines and some other minor stuff. Is that a key element of adjustment for sailors as far as getting acquainted with a new boat? Is that a big part for us who haven't sailed before? Is that a big part of adjusting over in the competition?
Well, the great thing about this ISAF World is, as you say, all the boats are provided, everything's provided, which puts everyone on a level playing field. So even the richest guy in the fleet has got no more advantage than the poorest person in the fleet. The only thing that we have to bring is our own ropes, which we've been calibrating, and everything's looking good for the regatta. So it's a great thing because everyone's starting on an equal base.
Interesting ceremony planned for this event as far as a mixing of waters. Elaborate on that for us.
Well, beyond our great sailor, who we're extremely proud of, we're also proud of our water, which is really what we sell here. I can't imagine any of those 80 countries having better or nicer water than us. So there is a ceremony on arrival at the opening ceremonies where every country combines, I think it's a quarter liter of water into a large basin, and I'm not sure where we go from there, but we will today get that water, tape it up, present it in Langkawi, Malaysia, and combine it with all the other 80 participating countries' water. But we will have the nicest turquoise water there for sure.
And what are some of the things that you're going to do to just kind of get yourself settled? Do you have any, I guess you would say, superstitions as far as preparation for a race? Anything that you feel you have to do before you get on the water to help you perform well?
I don't know about superstitions. I guess I just try to have like a good breakfast and drink a bit of water, and then just when I'm on the water, just like breathe a bit and think, like, just try and do my best. That's all that I can like really ask for.
A good breakfast before getting on the water.
Yeah.
So it's pretty safe to say that you don't get seasick.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. And we're going to make sure we let mom know that she needs to make sure you have a good breakfast before you get out there. And do TCI proud. And for those wanting to follow Daniela's performance, you can do so by visiting the association's Facebook page, Turks and Caicos Islands Sailing Association. For 4 News, I'm Jody Harvey.